Hey guys, welcome back. Joe here again from ScaleFreak.com, bringing you another video on the diary of a rookie drifter. And I'm calling it rookie drifter because, as I've said in the previous videos, I'm not very good at this. And it did take me a while to get these videos even set up, mainly because I've been so bad at drifting. I have to say this. I've been so bad at this that I was really kind of embarrassed about putting these things out, and I wanted to make sure that drifting was something that I was actually going to enjoy and that I'd be able to build on. And just the past couple weeks, I've really started to kind of unlock the skill and figure it out. And I wanted to maybe help you guys save a little bit of money, a little bit of time as you're going through the process of building your own drift car so that you don't make any mistakes or have to pay any additional money. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm figuring it out. I believe I just said that, but I'm comfortable with it, and now I just have to get better. What I want to talk about in our quick video today is the gyro. This little bad boy here is probably something that if you come from the racing or the scale community, you may never have seen or used anything like this. Some of the Losi stuff, and I believe some Traxxas stuff, has that kind of setup in it built into the receiver, which is going to help you counter steer and keep the vehicle a little bit more controllable. But for drifting, you're actually using one of these things, some people are, especially for rear wheel drive, to help you keep the car, again, drivable. Now, this little guy in my hand right here is the Yeah Racing gyro that you can get from RC Mart. This is the one that came with the kit. Excuse me. The kit, when I ordered it online, is a big combo. And this thing was actually pretty neat to help me get started and understand. I have since replaced this with one that is a little bit better. In this one here, I have this Power Star one. This thing is amazing. This thing is good. This is, if I had to give it a scale between 1 and 10, I would say that this thing is about a 6, and this thing is about a 12. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10, with what changes this thing made in my kit. It's pretty amazing, actually. Now, what does a gyro do? I guess that's one of the first questions that has been asked. Well, I've got my radio on here, and I'm going to turn my car on. Now, here's a bit of advice. When you're running a gyro, you always have to have your car sitting on the surface you're going to be drifting on before you turn it on. And the reason being is because it's going to initialize itself in the level that it's sitting, and then that's how it's going to work. So if your car is upside down, when you put it down, everything's going to be goofy. So I set it down, and it's working, it's doing its thing. Now, of course, with the radio, you turn it, and your wheels are going to turn. But you're not necessarily, with a gyro, turning the wheels as you are turning the angle of the car. What I mean by that is, watch, even with the wheels like that, and I turn this, so the radio I'm not touching, and I'm just doing this, and the gyro is moving. It is reacting to the adjustment of the car to basically keep the wheels the equivalent to what would cause you to drive straight. So if you suddenly go like that, the wheel is going to automatically counter steer for you. So that's how that works. Now, the reason why this is because what a lot of people don't realize, and I'll talk about this a little bit more in a later video, is when you're drifting, your steering isn't even done with the tires, it's done with the throttle. So basically, when you go into a corner and you start to turn the wheel, and then you pound the throttle, you're really dialing the amount of angle that you want your car to drift, and be very smooth with it, because the gyro is going to do the rest. So as it turns, your wheels will start to automatically counter steer, and then as it straightens out, they will go back. So again, you're adjusting the angle. Absolutely amazing setup. And really, if you pick it up, that thing will move with this OMG servo. This thing is a Lightning-Fast Servo. With that servo and with this gyro, these wheels they will move however fast it needs to make the counter steer adjustments to keep your car drifting correctly. So really, dial in the angle that you want, and the rest of it, there it goes, the rest of your drift is controlled by your tires. More throttle swings it out more, less throttle brings it back straight. E-brake will swing it back the other way. And the gyro is stressing itself out like crazy, making sure that your steering is exactly where it needs to be. Now, turn this off here. With the gyros, there are a couple things that can be adjusted. Like, for example, this one here does have the ability to be adjusted with a set screw that's actually on it. So the amount of reaction, or how twitchy or fast this thing is going to, or I guess the amount of control this unit will actually take. But this one actually also came with the ability with extra wires and stuff so that it could be adjusted and controlled from your trim levels on your radio. So on the fly, you could adjust it. Sounds really neat, right? yeah, probably caused me more harm than good because I was constantly adjusting it and not knowing what was actually working. So you can positively or negatively adjust the gain from the trim setting on your radio, and I never really figured it out, and nor could I ever find a setting that would work for me. When I put this one in, this one does have a similar ability, but I just disabled it. I don't want to use it. So what actually happens with this is your gyro plugs into your receiver, and then your servo plugs into your gyro. So your receiver tells this is how much steering I'm expecting, and then this little guy here, just everything about the servo. Now, again, you can adjust it from the set screw on the top, and then just set it and forget it. Once you find a setting that works for you, just leave it. Just don't touch it again. It's perfect. Leave it alone. If you're thinking about it right now, just don't touch it. But I'm just playing. That's how that works. It makes sense to invest in a good gyro if you're going to be running a rear-wheel drive setup. I know some people who use the gyro on an all-wheel drive setup as well, not necessarily as needed because you can use the front tires to pull yourself a little bit more, but with a rear-wheel drive, I tried to drift one of these cars without that, and it wasn't for me. Oh no, it was not. I've watched a few people try, it doesn't work out. And again, the difference between going from this one to this one was a world of difference. With how well these things are. I know the RC Mart also has a new one that's very similar to this one. Onisaki, or you can find it on there. Just type in gyro and you'll see them all on there. They're around between like 25 to 30, 35 bucks, something like that. But invest in a good one. This makes all the difference in the world, especially if you're starting out new. A better one is going to help you from the beginning. So where I did a video series before and talked about the motor and the speed controller, you don't have to necessarily have the most top of the line one. I do recommend putting a little bit more money into your gyro just to make life a little bit easier for you. So that's what I want to talk about quick on this one. Guys, that's about it for this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment below, and of course share with any communities that think you could learn from this. And of course, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. I will answer in future videos. So guys, thank you very much. Pick yourself up one of these D4s. This thing is absolutely amazing. And yeah, thank you, Dave, for all the advice. All right, guys, thank you very much, guys, and have a good day.